Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Last class, we learned about heterotrophic nutrition, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
You have understood? No
Yes,
doubts.
ma'am.
3 types of heterotrophic nutrition we discussed last class. Afsana, tell me the 3 different types of heterotrophic nutrition. Turn the videos on. All of you, you have to turn your videos on. Afsana, I'm waiting for your answer.
1 minute, ma'am.
Where are you, Afsana? Yes, tell. Give me the answer. Which are the different modes of heterotrophic nutrition? Nisia?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me the answer.
Parasitic nutrition.
Parasitic nutrition. Then
I don't know, ma'am. I was absent last week.
that I know. Because you didn't have the habit of attending the classes last year also.
No,
So I can't
ma'am.
expect
Last
this.
year I was not in
Yes,
my...
Nisia? Yes.
Last year I was not in my home. That's why I
But
didn't
you should
attend.
at least inform your concerned teachers, no? Regularly we post the names of absentees, no response. I tried to call you also. Anyways, Afsana left the meeting. Aditya, which are the different modes of heterotrophic nutrition?
Saprophytic nutrition and holozoic nutrition.
Aditya, Krishna is answering. Okay. Holozoic, saprophytic, and parasitic. What is meant by holozoic nutrition, Anne Mary? What is holozoic nutrition?
In which the organism take the whole material and break it down inside their body.
Very good. And can you give examples for organisms where holozoic nutrition is taking place?
Being an amoeba.
Hadi Amin. Oh, yes, Melvin. Yes, Melvin.
Human being an amoeba.
Human beings and amoeba. Very good. And then we learned about saprophytic. Who is going to tell me about saprophytic nutrition? Sainaba.
Yes, ma'am.
Saprophytic nutrition.
Organism breaks down food outside the body and then absorb.
They feed on. One more point we learned, no? They feed on
dead and
decaying organic matter. So we have completed autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. And in your textbook, some boxes are given where some activities are mentioned. From these activities, questions may or may not be asked, but still we'll be discussing those activities also. So we'll proceed to today's topic. Okay. And Pratish already, I got a message. So maybe his connectivity is not good since the video is off. But Savio also messaged me. What about Surya? Surya, what is the problem? Why your video is off? Children, we already learned that for photosynthesis to take place, what is photosynthesis? John, tell me what is photosynthesis, John? John Samuel? What is meant by photosynthesis? Very simple question.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
What is, your voice is very feeble, child. What is meant by photosynthesis?
Can you hear me?
What is meant by photosynthesis? Prajot, tell me what is photosynthesis? Prajot Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
What is meant by photosynthesis? Such a simple question you can't answer. Yes, say.
The process by which plants prepare their food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll.
Using simple substances like carbon dioxide and water. Okay. This one. Where are you sitting? Outside? Range issues are there, Rizwan? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the best
Here
place
no-
to attend biology class.
Here
In the
power
garden?
cut.
Yes? Yes, Rizwan?
No, ma'am, I'm sitting out.
Okay, you're comfortable. From your face, I felt that you're not comfortable to sit over there. Are you okay?
I'm here. So, ants
are there. So leave that place and sit somewhere else. Okay. Now let's start with the experiment.
Here.
We learned that there are different factors which are essential for photosynthesis, like chlorophyll, sunlight, water, carbon dioxide. So in the first activity, we are going to prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. We have already learned that only green plants, non-green plants cannot carry out photosynthesis. Only green plants can carry out photosynthesis. It's because they have chlorophyll. So with the help of an experiment, we are going to prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So listen carefully. For this experiment, you need a potted plant. As you can see in the figure, you need a potted variegated plant. Variegated plant means a plant which is having different colored patches. It's not uniformly green in color. As you can see in the figure, some parts are yellowish, some parts are green in color. So such a plant is known as a variegated plant. So you select a potted variegated plant, and then what is to be done? It has to be kept in a dark room. Dark room where no sunlight is available. In such a room, you have to keep this potted plant. Okay. And why we are keeping it in the dark room? In the dark room, the plant will not get sunlight. If there is no sunlight, photosynthesis cannot take place. So no sugar or no starch formation will take place. You know that plants produce sugar. It will be converted to starch and stored in different parts of the plant. As a result of photosynthesis, plants will produce sugar, and sugar will be converted to starch and stored in different parts of the plant. Okay, so we take a potted plant, a potted variegated plant, and you will keep it in a dark room for 3 days. So when you keep it in a dark room for 3 days, it will become completely starch free. And new starch formation also cannot take place as there is no sunlight. Okay, first step, take a potted variegated plant and keep it in a dark room for 3 days. Now let's see what is next. Later, place it in sunlight for 6 hours. First, you have to keep the potted plant in a dark room for 3 days. What for? To make it free of starch. So that complete starch is used up by the plant and no new starch formation is taking place because this plant was kept in a dark room. No sunlight, no starch formation. Okay. Now we have to keep it in sunlight for how many hours? 6 hours. You will keep it in sunlight for 6 hours. Why? Why we are keeping it in the sunlight? Who can tell me? Why should we keep it in sunlight?
For photosynthesis.
For photosynthesis to take place and starch to be formed. For that, we are keeping it in sunlight. Now, you have seen the leaf, no? One leaf, it is plucked and it is shown here. So it has got green areas. It has got green areas and yellow areas. Yellow areas, there is no chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green pigment. So yellow areas, no chlorophyll. Green areas, chlorophyll is present. Okay. Now let's see what happens when we perform a starch test. So first, I think you have understood the points. We take a potted variegated plant. You keep it in a dark room for 3 days to make it free of starch. Then you will place it in sunlight for 6 hours. And then you will pluck out a leaf from this and you are going to perform starch test. I think from lower classes you are learning starch test, how it is to be performed. Okay, so what is to be done for carrying out starch test? From that plant, from the potted variegated plant, you will pluck a leaf, a single leaf you will pluck out, and then first you will boil it in water. You will boil it in water. First step is to boil in water. First you will boil in water. That is the first step. Second step, you will take out the leaf and boil the leaf in alcohol. You're going to boil it in alcohol. Next, using a water bath. Using a water bath means here you are not directly showing the alcohol to the flame. Instead, what we are doing, you take a beaker. Inside the beaker, you take water. And then you take a test tube, fill it with alcohol and place the leaf over there. Okay, why it is done in this way? Alcohol is highly inflammable. So if you directly show it to the flame, it can cause some burns. This alcohol may spill and this can cause burns and fire. Okay, so in order to ensure safety, using a water bath, we are boiling the alcohol. So when the water in the beaker boils, indirectly, the alcohol in the test tube also boils. See, you might have seen your mother boiling or heating up some food items. Like after taking it from the fridge, sometimes she may not boil or make the curry as such hot. Instead, what she does is, not always, certain food items, when she feels that directly if you boil, it might get spoiled, what she does is, she will take some other bigger vessel, their water will be boiled, and then the curry dish will be placed inside that, so that indirectly, direct flame is not reaching the curry, but indirectly it is getting hot. Have you seen that? It is not because the curry is inflammable. That I just want to tell you what is meant by a water bath. Indirectly boiling or indirectly making it hot. So such a technique is known as water bath. Clear? We are not directly showing it to the flame. In this case, we are not directly showing alcohol to the flame, because if it spills, it can cause fire and can cause some burns in your body. So in order to ensure safety, you boil the leaf in alcohol with the help of a water bath. So how do you boil the alcohol using a water bath? First, you take a beaker and you will fill 3/4 of it with water. Then take a test tube, and into the test tube you will boil. So you will pour alcohol and drop the leaf inside, and then you place it in the water bath, and then it will be, water will boil, and indirectly alcohol also will boil. So what is the first step? Pluck the leaf, boil it in water. Second step, boil the leaf in alcohol. And when you boil the leaf in alcohol, what you find after some time is the leaf turns colorless and the alcohol turns green in color, because When the leaf is boiled in alcohol, the chlorophyll will get dissolved in alcohol and the leaf will become colorless. Whereas the alcohol will become green in color because the chlorophyll is getting separated, dissolved in alcohol. Hope you have got the points. Starch test, how do we perform? First you boil the leaf in plain water, normal water. Then you take the leaf out from the water and boil it in alcohol using a water bath. And after boiling in water bath, after boiling in alcohol, you will find that the leaf turns colorless and the alcohol turns green in color. It's because in alcohol or in boiling alcohol, chlorophyll will get dissolved. Now the next point, third step. Now we have boiled the leaf both in water and alcohol. Now you have to take out the leaf from the alcohol and that leaf should be placed in water for some time. Okay, first you boiled in water, then you boiled in alcohol. After taking out the leaf from, just a minute. After taking out the leaf from alcohol, we place the leaf in a dish and pour some normal water, plain water into it. Why? Because upon boiling in alcohol, the leaf becomes brittle. Means it will be it will easily break if you just touch. Okay, the leaf upon boiling in alcohol becomes brittle. Brittle means as soon as you touch it, just like a papad, as soon as you touch it will break. So just like that, it becomes very brittle. So to make the leaf soft again, you will place the leaf in a dish and pour some water. And then you will take out the leaf and place it on a white surface and pour iodine solution. Iodine will help in detecting the presence of starch. What happens if starch is present? When you're adding iodine. And if starch is present, what will be the color change, children? Who is remembering? You've learned in smaller classes. What will happen to starch?
Brown.
What will be the color change? Yes?
Blue, black.
Yes, very good. It will change blue-black if starch is present. If starch is absent, no color change. Iodine is a golden yellow color or slightly brown color liquid. And upon pouring this into the leaf, wherever starch is present, those regions will turn bluish black, and wherever chlorophyll was not present. Hope you're remembering the leaf. It was having yellow patches and green patches. So wherever green patches are there only photosynthesis and starch formation will take place. The yellow areas, no starch formation because there is no photosynthesis as there is no chlorophyll. So when you add iodine, only the green portions will turn bluish black. The other parts will remain colorless. See this region, there was no chlorophyll. So here also it will remain colorless. No starch. Whereas see this part is green in color. So upon adding iodine, that part turned bluish black, which indicate that their starch is present. So wherever chlorophyll is present or whichever parts of the leaf are green in color, they will turn bluish black on adding iodine, indicating that starch is present because chlorophyll is needed for the formation of starch. Whereas the yellow areas will not show any color. It remain colorless. It indicates no starch formation has taken place. Have you understood? I'll repeat all the points once again. Those who haven't understood, please listen carefully. We started with the chlorophyll test to prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Here we need a potted variegated plant. Variegated plant means the leaves of the plant will be having different colored patches, not only green, other colors also will be found. And here we have selected a variegated potted plant having green and yellow patches. And this plant, you will keep it in a dark room for 3 days. For what? For making it free of starch. Then we will keep it in sunlight for 6 hours. After keeping it in sunlight for 6 hours, you will pluck the leaf and perform starch test. How do we perform starch test? First, we boil it in water. Then we take out the leaf and boil it in alcohol using a water bath. After boiling the leaf in a alcohol, you will find that the chlorophyll present in the leaf gets dissolved in alcohol and the leaf becomes colorless. Now you have to take out this leaf and pour some water on it to make it soft, because upon boiling in alcohol, the leaf becomes very brittle. Now upon adding water, it will again regain its normal texture. It becomes soft. Now what you do, you keep this leaf on a white surface. Why white surface? So that the color change can be easily noted. And you pour a few drops of iodine into it. And what will you find upon adding iodine? The green parts of the leaf will turn bluish black in color, indicating that starch is present. Whereas the yellow colored areas, when iodine is poured there, no color change, indicating that no starch is formed. Why no starch is formed? Those regions do not have chlorophyll. No chlorophyll, no photosynthesis, no starch formation. Is it clear? Anybody is having doubt? Anybody is having doubt? No. Wanted me to explain again what happens when iodine is poured. When iodine is a golden yellow color liquid. Okay, a chemical. And when you pour it into the leaf kept on a white tile, you can see that wherever that green portions were there, you can mark it before. So before performing the test, you can mark those areas with a pen. So what you find is after pouring iodine, those areas which were green in color, before adding to alcohol, those portions were green in color. Those regions will turn bluish black in color, indicating the presence of starch. The yellow areas of the leaf, there when you pour iodine, it won't show any color change. That indicates that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Yellow areas, there was no chlorophyll. So no photosynthesis will take place and no starch formation. When there is no starch, iodine cannot give that color change. Iodine, when it combines with starch only, it can give bluish black color. Okay, Rifa?
Yes, ma'am.
Surya, explain the experiment. Sit straight, and when you are attending the class now, sit in a comfortable place. If you sit in sofa and all, you feel like lying down. Yes, Surya, start.
What should I say?
Louder, dear. Take care. Take care.
Take a leaf.
Leaf.
Plant.
Plant. What type of plant?
Green plant.
Green plant. Is that I told you? Just a green plant will do? That's enough? A variegated plant means plant having different colored patches. Okay, take a potted variegated plant. Now you continue, Surya.
Keep it in a dark room
For?
6 hours. 3 days.
What for, Surya?
For removing the starch.
Very good. Then
Then pluck a leaf.
Now what is to be done? You are in a hurry to pluck. Don't pluck it now. Next is what? You have to keep it in.
Keep it in a dark room.
We kept it in dark room. Punishment time is over. Now what is next? What is needed for starch formation, child? What is needed?
Sunlight.
You have to keep it in sunlight. How many hours?
6 hours.
6 hours. Nisia, continue.
And pluck a leaf.
Now you are ready to pluck the leaf. Then what? After plucking?
Boil it in water. Boil it in water.
Yes. Then?
Then after that, boil it in alcohol.
How? Using a?
Beaker of water.
Using a water bath. You understood the concept, no? You can say using a water bath. Then, what happens when you boil the leaf in alcohol? Hadi Amin?
Yes, ma'am.
What happens when you boil the leaf in alcohol? Any change?
Yes.
What change you notice?
That color will go.
Color will
Go.
go. Where it will go?
It will disappear.
Louder, Hadi.
It will disappear.
Disappear. Where, which, see, leaf becomes colorless. Any other, this green color is going somewhere else? It's getting dissolved somewhere? It gets dissolved in alcohol. Alcohol will turn green in color. Leaf becomes colorless. Now, Ashik, tell me what is next?
Yes, ma'am.
What is next?
Here to take the leaf from the alcohol solution. Then we have to place it in a small dishes where it is white in color.
Immediately after that, I told one more step.
We have to add some water because
Why
it will be brittle.
So to make it soft, we'll add some water. Okay. Arjun. Arjun.
Yes, sir.
Continue. You were lost in thoughts?
No, I didn't. I can't hear him properly.
But I can hear you very nicely. You're responding also
No,
to
his
my
sound
questions.
is.
What I felt is you're lost in thoughts. Some international problems are troubling you. All these silly biology problems are not concerning you. Yes, Arjun? You heard what I was saying?
Yes.
Yes. Then try to answer. We have placed it in some water to make it soft after boiling it in alcohol. What we have to do next?
Keep the leaf in iodine solution.
You will keep the leaf in iodine solution or?
Dip.
Dip. It is written like that? You didn't listen, no? Where you are referring? You take the leaf and place it on a?
Iodine.
Some surface I mentioned. Where you have to place it? Like news readers in between, you're lifting your head.
Surface.
What surface? Arjun, our terms will change. Hey, Steve.
Yes, ma'am. Surface.
Smile is nice. I liked it. But tell me the answer. Such a simple experiment. I could have told you to read it by yourself. These are in boxes. But since these are basic things, I just want you to understand it better. Hey, Steve, where should we keep the leaf? It's not there. You tell me what I explained. Very good. Good performance. Nas and Hein Steve, you know the marks you got, no? Haven't forgotten. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Nas,
and we have to keep it in a white surface.
And then?
And then
why we are keeping it on a white surface, Nas? Is there any reason? Use your common sense and tell me. Can anybody tell me? Amina?
To see it clearly.
To see the color
change.
difference clearly. Very good. Then, Nas, continue. After keeping on a white surface, what we are going to do?
Then we have to dip it in.
Not dipping. You pour some. Maybe in the textbook it is written like that. Pour a few drops of iodine solution. Then what will happen?
Then where the starch has performed, then there the color change will come. Blackish.
Where the starch is formed, which colored areas?
Chlorophyll, where the chlorophyll has
What do you call such areas? What color?
Greenish, black, bluish green.
Leaf is blue in color?
Bluish
black color.
Bluish
Those
black.
parts of the leaf which were green in color will?
That will turn into bluish black color.
Black. Why? Why, Sainaba?
Because there was starch in it.
There is starch present. Okay, Johan. Then what happens to the other regions? Yellow colored part?
Colorless.
Johan.
It will be colorless.
Why colorless?
Because there is no starch.
Why no starch?
There is no chlorophyll.
No chlorophyll, so no photosynthesis, no starch formation. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Badra, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, shall we continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Next experiment. So, from the previous experiment, what did we learn? What is necessary for photosynthesis?
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Children, for everyone's information, you just see my video. What is there at the center of the slide or center of the board? I have displayed something. Just check it. Check my video and see what is there. You saw?
Yes, ma'am.
When the slide is being shared, you are thinking that I cannot notice whether your video is off or not. Surya, I told you to adjust your sitting, adjust your seat. I want you to come closer. It's better if you sit on a chair, okay? So that you can attend properly, because when you sit like this, you don't feel like, you feel sleepy, and that too morning time. Okay, let's continue. Next experiment is to prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So you know that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, all these four components are necessary for photosynthesis. In the absence of any one of this, photosynthesis cannot take place. Now let's see the next experiment. Carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Here also you can see two potted plants. Potted plants A and B. So for this experiment, you need two healthy potted plants of the same size. Almost of the same size, you select two potted plants. That is the first step. Now here also, you will keep it in the dark room for 3 days to make it free of starch. So in the previous experiment, we needed only one potted plant. Here we need two healthy potted plants of the same size. Then you're keeping them in a dark room for 3 days to make it free of starch. Now what is next? Keep each one, both these potted plants, you will keep on glass plate. You have to take two glass plates. You will keep the potted plants on glass plates. Then you will keep a watch glass. Watch glass means a small dish which we use in the laboratory. So this is a watch glass. Here you can see a watch glass. And inside the watch glass, you will keep some potassium hydroxide, KOH. Potassium hydroxide will be taken and it will be placed in the watch glass. And near one of the plants, we have two potted plants, A and B. So both the potted plants we are keeping on glass plate. And you take KOH or potassium hydroxide in a small watch glass, in a small dish or a watch glass, and you will place it near one of the potted plants. Not both, just one. Near one of the potted plant, you are going to keep it. Then, why potassium hydroxide is placed over there? Potassium hydroxide is capable of absorbing carbon dioxide. You know, carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, in the absence of carbon dioxide, photosynthesis cannot take place. Okay. And after that, you will cover both the potted plants with bell jar. See, this is known as a bell jar. So we'll be covering both the potted plants with bell jar. I'll repeat the points once again. Those who have missed out some points, listen carefully. We need 2 healthy potted plants of the same size. Okay. And then both these potted plants, you will keep it in a dark room. For how many days? 3 days. What for? To make it free of starch. Then you will keep both these potted plants on separate glass plates. Then in a watch glass, you take some potassium hydroxide and keep it near one of the potted plant. And this potassium hydroxide has the capacity to absorb carbon dioxide. And we are covering both the potted plants with bell jars, and you will make it airtight so that no air can enter from outside. Using Vaseline, you will seal the bottom of the jars to the glass plate. So here we'll be sealing it tightly so that no air enters or leaves. You will make it airtight by applying Vaseline to the bottom of the jars. And the bottom of the jars will be sealed tightly to the glass plates. Then this setup you will be keeping in the sunlight for almost 2 hours. For 2 hours, you'll be keeping it in sunlight. Then you will pluck the leaf from both these plants. One leaf from potted plant A, other leaf from potted plant B, and you will perform starch test. I'm not repeating the starch test again. Same way. Boiling in water, boiling in alcohol, adding water to make it soft, and pouring iodine. Procedure is just the same. So I'll just mention that we are performing starch test. Now my question is, which leaf will turn blue-black color? The leaf taken from potted plant A or potted plant B, which one will turn bluish-black in color upon adding iodine? Anybody?
A.
A. A will turn blue-black. Who answered? B. Some are saying A, some are saying B. Who said A? Who said A? Nobody said. I heard someone saying A. Was it Adi? Okay. Tell me what is the reason, Adi Dev? Why did you say A? The leaf taken from A. Yes?
That I don't know.
That you don't know. Okay. Who else said B? Yes, Amina. You told B. Give me the reason.
Because that potassium hydroxide absorbs carbon dioxide. So that plant
correct
might like starch
photos, because we have kept potassium hydroxide near to potted plant A and we made it airtight. So no carbon dioxide from outside can enter. Okay. So whatever carbon dioxide was there inside the bell jar was absorbed by potassium hydroxide. So within the bell jar, no carbon dioxide. No carbon dioxide means no photosynthesis, no starch formation. So if you perform starch test, the color will remain, color of the leaf will remain colorless. It won't change into bluish black color. Whereas in the potted plant B, all the conditions were there: sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide. It was watered potted plants, and they'll perform photosynthesis, starch will be formed, and then the leaf will turn bluish black in color. Any doubts? I'll repeat it once again, and then I will ask you to repeat. We need two potted plants, two healthy potted plants, A and B, and we'll keep it in dark room for 3 days. Then after that, you take these potted plants and keep it on separate glass plates. Near one of the potted plant, we'll keep a watch glass containing potassium hydroxide, which can absorb carbon dioxide. So near potted plant A, we are keeping potassium hydroxide, and we cover both the potted plants with bell jar and make the arrangement airtight by applying Vaseline. And then you will keep the arrangement in sunlight for 2 hours and then take out the leaf and test for the presence of starch. And what you find is leaf taken from plant B will turn blue-black, indicating the presence of starch, whereas the leaf from plant A shows no color change because in plant A, potassium hydroxide absorbed all the carbon dioxide. So they cannot perform photosynthesis. Whereas in plant B, all the conditions were there. So they'll perform starch test and they'll perform photosynthesis and starch will be formed. Hence, they show positive starch test, or else they turn bluish black in color upon adding iodine. Is there any doubt, or do you have any doubts, children? Yes? No. So just Adidev.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You try to explain this experiment, Adi. I'll help you.
First, we will take 2 potted plants and we will keep it in that.
Correct. Keep it in?
Watch glass.
Where? Keep it in watch glass.
Glass plates.
Wait. Adidev, where should we keep it?
We will inside a dark room for dark for 3 days to remove starch.
To make it starch free or to remove the starch. And then what we will do?
We will keep it in a glass in sunlight for 3 hours. 2 hours.
Before that, do we have to perform something?
In what we will keep it in bell.
We will take both the potted plants and keep it on separate glass plates. Then near potted plant A,
we will keep potassium hydroxide and
in a watch glass. Then
after that we will seal it with Vaseline is applied at the bottom.
We'll cover it with what? Bell jars.
Bell jars.
And then make it bell jar because the jar is having the shape of a bell. Okay. And then we will make the apparatus airtight. Now what is next? What is next?
And we will keep it in sunlight. We kept right
for a few hours. For 2 hours. Okay. Then after that, we pluck out leaf from potted plant A and plant B. And we perform starch test. Hey, Steve, what is the result of the starch test in A and B?
It will be colorless.
Louder.
In potted plant A, it will be colorless. And B, it will be blue-black.
Why? Give me the reason.
Because,
why A plant
because
leaf
the
taken from plant A is
potassium-
colorless?
Because the potassium hydroxide absorbs the starch in that.
Starch is
No,
absorbed.
carbon dioxide. in
Carbon
it.
dioxide. So since carbon dioxide is absorbed, what will not take place?
Photosynthesis.
So what won't be formed? What will not be formed? No starch will be formed. Okay, Rizwan, tell me why potted plant B turned bluish black in color?
Because it had carbon dioxide in it and sunlight. So
all the conditions were there. So it
take.
performed photosynthesis. And what was formed? As a result of photosynthesis,
Bluish
what
black
is formed?
color.
No. What is formed as a result of photosynthesis?
Starch.
So when iodine is added, starch will turn bluish black in color. Is there any doubt? Have you all understood both the experiments?
Yes, ma'am.
John Samuel,
Yes, ma'am.
have you understood? Surya, any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll wind up today's session as you don't have any doubts. And next class we'll be starting with nutrition in human beings. Children, are you learning your daily lessons?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And yes, ma'am.